Hello, everybody. We got another public service announcement from Candid at the movies. For you folks who go to the theaters, when you go to the bathroom, we was all taught how you're supposed to go to the bathroom. And once you get done going to the bathroom, you kindly take yourself over to the sink and wash them hands. Because nobody wants all your bodily germs, flakes, whatever it is you got habitating on your skin when they come in contact with you to shake your hand, eat your food, or whatever. So, the reason I say this is because when we went and saw Superman, I saw three people in Superman shirts come in the bathroom, do their business, and walk right back out. Grown men, okay? Not children, grown men. And again, it was not lost on me that they all three was wearing Superman t-shirts. Now, pardon me, but I don't think the son of Krypton has bad hygiene like that. I don't think. So, please do all of us a favor. When you go to the bathroom, after you finish, go over to that sink, put some water and soap in your hand and rub them things together and then dry them off, please. Thank you very much and have a good day.
What's going on, everybody? This is Travis.
And this is Phillip.
And welcome back to Candid at the Movies. And today we'll be reviewing Fantastic Four First Steps. And this movie does star Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, Eben Moss-Baccarat, Ralph Ineson, and Julia Gardner. And Phillip, tell them about this movie. What's it about?
Well, for those of you who are familiar with the Marvel Universe, the MCU version of it anyway, as we guessed, this Fantastic Four is not in the sacred timeline. This is in a different timeline. Everything that you've seen in this movie, that pretty much explains why it looks different or it looks older or, more vintage. Because they're not in the sacred timeline yet. Right. Yet. For those of you who saw the post-credit scene for the new Avengers, you saw the ship in the post-credits, so something is to come.
Yes.
So basically, you get the little short synopsis. Not an origin retelling, but you get a short synopsis of, how they gain their powers, what they've done to help protect the Earth, and how they've ended up in the position that they're in, which is beloved by the whole planet to this point. So next thing you know, the female Silver Surfer shows up and lets them know, hey, y'all been targeted. Galactus on the way.
Yes.
Of course, they have no idea who this person is, and they don't even really know who she is. So they got to get to work, find out what they're dealing with, and they go find out what they're dealing with. And then in the midst of all this, Vanessa Kirby's character, Sue Storm, is pregnant.
Yeah.
So once they get to Galactus and figure out what's going on, she has the baby while they're trying to get away, which I'm like, okay, out of all the stressful circumstances to put a woman in to have a baby, this takes the cake.
Yeah. Pretty big.
Yeah, this takes the cake. So, and without giving everything away, they get back to Earth, and the people are wanting to know, hey, what happened? Is he coming? Is he not coming? What's going on?
Right.
And they don't like the answer that the Fantastic Four gives. So you get some mad folks, you get some selfish folks, some real selfish folks. So you when you watch the movie, you'll see. And I get it. People lose their mind when they crazy and stressed out and whatnot. Yeah. But no person in their right mind is going to ask them to do what they want them to do to save the planet.
Yeah.
So that's not happening. So and once we get to that part of the story, that's where I ding the story, because as Travis will tell you probably in his thoughts of what we're now calling the Captain America moments.
Yeah.
We get this speech, and I'm just like, no, we don't need this. This is not necessary. This is not necessary.
You gotta have it.
Just go out there and tell them, like this generation loves to say, what you not gonna do.
Right.
Just go out there and tell them what you not gonna do.
That's it.
So, so of course, when they decide what they're not gonna do, then Galactus is coming.
Yes.
And they go through the battle, and they find a way to overcome the Galactus situation and come out on the other side.
Right.
So, with that being said, Trav, what did you think?
I feel that this movie was pretty good. It was entertaining. It kept me going. But I feel more than anything that this was Marvel's best film this year, but it had a very low way to go. You know, it's like
The bar wasn't particularly high, Travis.
it was very low. And and it's even lower when it comes to Fantastic Four films because they've all been horrible. So, if anything, if I had to compare this one to other Fantastic Four films, this is like Godfather 2. This is how great it is of a film. But if I had to put this on a scale of like compared to other movies, it's a lot of other films, not even superhero movies, that I could be like, I could watch that more than Fantastic Four. Not saying it's a bad movie. It's just...
Well, coming from you, I'm not surprised. That's how you feel.
It's just okay. Like, I don't think it was the worst thing. It's a good story. It's good to keep families together. I think a lot of families could watch this and not have issues. Kids will be a little scared, but it's not full-fledged going as scary as they could.
Yeah.
So
not like they're going to be waking up in the middle of the night. Galactus.
Yeah, they're not going to be that. And one thought I will give you, if you're going to market all this Galactus, give me more than 20 minutes. The movie was already under 2 hours, and then you did all these cuts. I thought Galactus was going to be in there a little bit more than what he was. I mean, Silver Surfer was cool. I liked her. And to the people that are anti-woke, there's multiple Silver Surfers with different names, you know. She's got to be a man.
It's a different timeline, too. It's a different timeline.
Yeah.
Expect some differences, you know.
Like women outside of wanting to fornicate with them, you know.
You know, they some people just got one-track minds.
You know. Don't read a book.
And well, I mean, look at Johnny Blaze.
Yeah.
He thought Silver Surfer was cute.
Yeah. And look, that probably same company is gonna be like, why wasn't he womanizing people? Like, one is set in the 1960s, so there's only so much womanizing you're gonna do. So
right.
You know, this is where y'all want things to be great again. But that's all I'm going to say on that. But I feel more than anything, I like Pedro Pascal for Reed Richards. He was a different version of him, and I thought his version was cool. He was a little quirky, and he just didn't catch on to things. I like that version. Vanessa Kirby was cool. And Eben Moss as the Thing, I actually liked him better because he had more of a personality than other versions of the Thing that have had.
Well, with that... I got little slivers of Smart Hulk from the Thing.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
He gave you those vibes, but he didn't just go overboard like the dab with the Hulk, you know. Mm-hmm. I appreciated that for him.
Yeah, and for Sue Storm, it took me a second because I still remember her from Hobbs and Shaw, so it was like, okay, just don't put her in no car and start racing. Just, as long as you don't do that, we fine. We fine. As long as Jason Statham on the Rock don't show up, we fine.
We're totally good.
Yeah. So, but she managed to pull me out of that and start looking at her as Sue Storm.
Yeah.
Versus Jason Statham's sister in Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah.
So kudos to her. She, you know. But yeah, I enjoyed the film, you know, and it makes me feel a whole lot better going into Doomsday because, like I said, I felt like the Thunderbolt movie was a bridge to something that they just didn't tell us where it was going. So it kind of left me hanging. But now this Fantastic Four, I feel a bit better going into Doomsday. I feel like, all right, we about to get something real here. Yeah,
we can only hope.
So with that said, Trav, what would you grade it?
I honestly am gonna give this movie a B+. Only because I kind of wanted more.
Okay.
That's really all I would say. I was like, I kind of want a little more.
Yeah. If it was about 225, you'd probably been fine.
225, I would have been fine with it. Because like I felt like the big action scene at the end was not as long and wasn't as epic as I wanted it to be, if that makes sense.
But she gave her all. She had nothing left to give.
And then AI baby. When you see that, you'll understand. Either you're going to laugh at it or you're just going to be looking like, this thing look weird. So,
I still say the baby's middle name is Jesus.
Jesus got blonde in that post-credit scene, so I don't know where Pedro's genes went.
Yeah, a lot of recessiveness there, Pedro.
Yeah, come on, Pedro. Man.
You might
make them genes.
I ain't even gonna say it because it'd be a little crass. So I'm gonna just leave that comment to myself. I'm leave it alone. My grade for the movie, I'm gonna go with a solid A.
Oh, that's cool.
A solid A.
Respect.
Like I said, I dinged it for the Captain America speech. had we not had that, and I agree with Travis, we could have had a little more Galactus. So with those two things, I'll give it a solid A. If we'd have got rid of the speech, had a little more Galactus, then I would have added the plus. Yeah. But I'll give it a solid. Give it a solid A.
We'll go ahead and let y'all know it's not much action.
So
it's not.
I mean, it's a story, and they telling you a story. So just sit and watch the story. We ain't talking DC here. Here you go again, trying to inject.
Okay, well then I'll say this: Captain America gave me action. In comparison, Captain America 4 gave me more action than Fantastic Four. It wasn't the story that great. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. I mean, you gotta care about. He might turn into Hulk, even though we've been promoting it for about 3 trailers. He might turn into Hulk. You don't know.
Well, see, the thing with that is, and I can't believe we revisited Captain America, but since we are for a second, if you're going to make Harrison Ford the Red Hulk, where the heck is Bruce? I want to see Hulk versus Hulk.
Hulk not going to see his old girl?
That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
That I'd have been cool with, and Captain America, I feel like Captain America would have been smart enough to just stand aside and let him go.
You know what I got to say on my last bit before we end this?
What?
I feel like Captain America 4 was just the Marvel version of Will Smith's Gemini Man with their rollout plan of how the movie's going to shock you. Oh my God, Will Smith's got a twin. And then you're in the movie theater and they acting like they didn't do that in the whole trailer. Think about it, y'all. Think about that horrible movie. Big Willie style ain't got it no. He like, girl.
Him and Martin will be back again before that happens.
In fact, he's got to wait on that just to make his movies good.
Hey,
it's sad.
I don't know what to tell you about that. Will is a whole nother subject.
We don't buy your albums, Will, not because you slap Chris Rock because they suck.
Okay, well, we started this into to bash Will. We gonna end this up. But like I said, I'm going with that solid A. I was pleasantly surprised with what we got. So I'm as a moviegoer, I won't say you can go see it and I feel like somebody stuck you up.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can go see it, and I think you'll be happy with what you see. I think that finished product you'll be happy with. And there are two after credit scenes. One is a throwback, and the other one, I ain't gonna spoil it for you, but it hints at what's to come.
It hints at what you already know.
Yeah. Yeah.
With not giving you nothing else added to it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The only question is, how is this gonna transfer over to the sacred timeline? So
because we don't have that answered. A lot of things haven't been answered, but we're not going to say that.
Not yet. So with that, make sure you click that like and subscribe at the bottom. Leave some comments. Let us know how you felt about the film after you've seen it. Whether you agree, disagree, whether there's something we missed and you want to point it out, and we might have to go back and check it out. Make sure you grab that Pop Star popcorn, all them flavors. They got any new flavors, Trav?
I think they got a rollout of some new stuff getting ready to come out, to be honest.
Okay.
Yes,
all right. Yeah. So with that, I'm Phillip.
I'm Travis.
And thank you for joining us at Candid at the Movies.
Oh, yes.
Y'all take it easy, and we'll see you soon. Peace.